A bystander who body slammed a rioter who threw a can at a police officer in LA speaks out for the very first time. The backstory behind the viral video and the connection to Minnesota next. Dan Nordby is my guest. Dan, it's so great to see you.
Hey, it's great to see you, Liz.
We, I know, connected years ago, but you are a Minnesota native and now live near Los Angeles, where you decided to go see the riots against ICE in LA for yourself. And this is your very first interview since a video of you body slamming a rioter went viral. Millions have seen that video, Dan. It's back from June 11th. But tell us more. What's the backstory? Why were you out there that day?
So I was out there, Liz, because if there's one thing I know, no offense, it's don't trust the media. I don't trust 99%, right? Liz, you're one of the exceptions, which is why I'm doing this interview, but I know that it's all bias, right? So I went out there because the way I saw it was, one, I wanted to see it with my own eyes and, hear it with my own ears, right? I saw what I was seeing on social media and I wanted to verify it. It was really just to observe it. I wanted to see if it was peaceful. I wanted to see if or not. And I figured it was history in the making.
So looking at this viral video, Dan, it all seems to happen pretty fast. You're downtown watching people confront the police. They do all kinds of awful things. But someone in particular catches your attention. What did he do? What's going through your mind at that moment?
So I found myself in the situation where I was between the crowd, and there's thousands of people. They're throwing, that I would later find out that they were throwing homemade fireworks wrapped in shrapnel at the police horses. And then I watched these two men taunting the police, right? They'd walk up to them, they were swearing, F this, F that, they're, throwing up gang signs, clearly just trying to start a fight, right? And I was actually amazed because those, members of the sheriff's department, it was amazing to watch them keep their composure. I was hoping things wouldn't escalate, but they did.
Yeah, and take us to that moment then. It's this particular guy, again, who catches your eye, and for good reason. We kind of just see you sort of fly in the camera frame, but what do you see?
I would say maybe 2 minutes or so before the video started, I saw one of the guys turn and face the crowd and I, and he was adjusting his shirt. And when he adjusted his shirt, I noticed something tucked in his waistband. And I noticed people nearby, they were looking at each other, wide-eyed, frantic, and one of them was signaling his waistband. Then they started backing up quickly. And so I'm thinking, okay, they saw it too. That's when I saw, and maybe, a minute or two after that, I saw that same guy walk up and take it was a full tall boy drink can. It was opened, and I saw him, throw it at officers. As he turned, in this moment, when the guy turned and reached for his waistband, I can only describe it as like 10 or 20 thoughts all at the same time, followed by what the Bible describes as God's voice, which is a still small voice. And it was all in the fraction of a second, and it was perfect clarity, followed by the still small voice. I can't tell you, it wasn't words, but it was, I knew what I had to do. And the video shows my response.
Really incredible, Dan. The guy you tackled was arrested and charged for assaulting a police officer. I understand a gun was also recovered from the scene. You were not arrested. Things I joked with you may have been different, perhaps, in Minnesota, where you learned a thing or two about making such a tackle during your time playing sports here. But what can you tell us about that?
If this would have happened in Minnesota, I might have been arrested. I mean, who knows? Thankfully, I wasn't arrested. I'm very, very grateful for that. It was actually pretty much the opposite of that. The officers were very grateful, and all these kind words online. It's overwhelming, and like I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And as for where I learned the tackle, I mean, my dad taught me the fundamentals in third grade football. I grew up playing football, hockey, lacrosse. Through high school, I played one semester of college football, and then I played some rugby. But I grew up with two brothers, an older brother and a younger brother. So, and we grew up rowdy boys. So it's kind of just, it's in our nature.
I think that is great. Rioters should be afraid of the Nordby boys, no doubt. So after the incident in L.A., you wrote a post on X, Dan, saying, "The people behind the badge are worth getting to know. I've met some of the kindest, most genuine people these last few days. You are heroes. We appreciate you." But with all the vitriol we've been seeing spewed at cops in California, Minnesota, practically everywhere else, why did you want to speak out, come out and identify yourself, and what message do you have?
It's a great question, Liz. Like I mentioned earlier, these people are the actual heroes of society. I mean, I did one thing and it happened to be caught on camera. But these people behind the badge, they suit up every day. Every day. These are the ones that keep us safe. These are the ones that are actually defending the freedom for these protesters that are protesting them. I mean, I saw some horrific things being done to the police. There were some peaceful protesters, of course, right? There were some people exercising their right, and I might not agree with it, their stance, but I agree, I defend them being able to peacefully protest. That is American to its core. Unfortunately, other people are mixed in with that. I watched people physically assaulting police horses. I saw them throwing homemade grenades, homemade M80s wrapped in shrapnel at horses. I saw them squaring up with police. I mean, I saw them physically trying to hurt the people that are the heroes of our society.
Well, you can follow Dan on X. It's Real Dan Robb. Very clever profile picture. But Dan, so great to see you again. I hope you'll come out here and perhaps lead a football camp. Let's make those plans soon. But great that you're doing so well. Thank you for intervening in those moments, and thanks for being here.
Thanks, Liz.
That will do it for this episode of Liz Collin Reports. We'll see you next time.